Hi, Mark Savage here with the new 2014 Subaru Forester, and I just want to tell you why I like this car. And I've always liked Foresters well enough, but this one really hit the mark for me. First of all, they've redesigned the nose a little bit here, so it has a little bit more muscular, macho look to it. Not that I think you got to have the most macho looking car, but this is a little bit of a Darth Vader look, I think, here with this front nose piece.
Ah, Lord Vader.
Shall I commence the briefing, Admiral?
Got the cool wheels we got on this thing too. Kind of a black and silver look to them. Very exciting looking. It adds a real little bit of panache to the styling of the car. And one of the things that I think is really fantastic here, they put the old vent window back in. It doesn't work as a vent window, but it lets you see through here. So many of the cars these days have big A-pillars, and they come down about here, and you can't actually see out the side of the car very well when you're looking out at an angle. The inside visibility is real good too. You got big windows all the way around, that thin A-pillar, and then a nice hatch in the back. Now, all Subarus have all-wheel drive. This one's the Forester XT with a 2-liter turbo engine in here, so it'll really rock and roll. It's got 250 horsepower. We got the hatch in the back. Real nice storage space in here. You can fold the seats down if you'd like to, carry a longer item. And underneath the floor, we got some storage compartments in here, so you can put some tools, you can put some, things you want to hide when you're out on a trip. Really just a very usable space. Inside, overhead, we got a really big sunroof in here too. This is a nice feature if you're an outdoorsy type person, want to go out and rock and roll, kind of like you're in a Jeep or something, take this thing off-road. But again, a nice clean dash inside. You've got an information center up here. There's also a backup camera there. We'll just toss that in reverse. You can see that we could actually back up here if we wanted to and see what's behind us. This is telling you the turbo and what kind of pressure you're getting on that, your acceleration, the outside temperature, and so forth. You do have a little radio here. Little radio screen, little touch screen. The actual bars are a little bit small there. Here, I'll turn this back on again. You can see that the bars to touch are a little bit small. I'd like to see that be a little bit larger, but you do have large climate control knobs right here. Also, you have a map. You can press a button, boom, and now we got our little GPS system going here. Another feature I want to show you in here, we have the 250 horsepower turbo engine in here, so it'll rock and roll anyway. But it has a continuously variable transmission, which usually doesn't give you a lot of power. It just is very smooth and gives you better gas mileage. But this has 2 buttons here on the steering wheel, and I can press either one of these. You put the S mode, and that gives you, it actually gives you 6 actual variations on how it shifts to like you have 6 gears, even though it's a CVT. And this S # mode gives you an 8-speed transmission. We're going to get onto the highway now. This has a CVT, continuously variable transmission. I've got sport sharp engaged here, which means I got power, man. This thing will go like a bat out of you-know-what. Let's just say that was faster than is legally allowed to get onto the highway. But this thing, it can be a little rocket out here. Then I can go shift it back to the regular sport mode, and I'm back to a 6-speed transmission. So electronic programming, I can have a 6-speed or an 8-speed transmission if I want the power, or if I just want to cruise a little bit, get a little bit better gas mileage. As I've been driving this thing, I'm still getting 22.8 miles per gallon according to the vehicle. Not too bad for a small sport utility. One of the things I like about the Forester, you sit up a little higher, it has great visibility out the front. It's got 4-wheel drive, so you got good traction. But it is a smaller sport utility, so you have some pretty good steering in this too. Is it a sports car? Of course not. But pretty precise steering for a small SUV. Got a pretty decent ride on it too. They made it a little bit longer this year for the 2014 model, and you got a little more backseat legroom too. So pretty comfortable, nice family vehicle. And since I've got the CVT that I can punch my little magic button down here, I can get into 8 speeds and go as quick as I want to go. The 2014 Subaru Forester, nice driving car. Base model you get for about $22,000. This one starts at $27,000, again with the turbo engine and some fancy features on it to make it a little more exciting. Great vehicle for the family, a lot of fun to drive, great visibility. To see more of my car reviews, go to savageonwheels.com.